everyone, we are from Group 4 and now we will present our project about the relationship among tertiary level EFL student personality, online learning motivation, and online learning satisfaction. Okay, let's continue. Here's the points that we will discuss in this PowerPoint based on the article. The first is what studies were carried out in motivation, and the second is what aspects were studied in relation to motivation, and the last is what focus were given in the studies on motivation. Okay, the first is what studies were carried out in motivation. The first is what is motivation? Motivation is the process that initiates, guides, and maintains goal-oriented behaviors. It is what causes you to act, whether it is getting a glass of water to reduce thirst or reading a book to gain knowledge. And in educational settings, students are more likely to experience intrinsic motivation to learn when they feel a sense of belonging and respect in the classroom. This internalization can be enhanced if the evaluative aspect of the classroom are de-emphasized and if students feel that they exercise some control over the learning environment. Okay, the next speaker's time is yours.
Now I want to explain about the material is types motivation. Motivation can be categorized into two basic types, intrinsic and extrinsic. What is intrinsic motivation? Sometimes referred to as internal motivation. These types of motivation is derived from your personal desire to enjoy the process or the result. It is known to bring about satisfaction and joy, independent of others. Often, internal motivation is the most powerful because you don't have to count on anyone else to get it at the same time. It can be difficult to muster when circumstances are killing. And then, what is extrinsic motivation? Sometimes referred to as external motivation. This is types of motivation is derived from outcomes or income types outside of oneself. Many of us crave extrinsic motivation as it can validate our effort and success. The risk of solely depending on extrinsic motivation is that if it's in short supply, your level of motivation takes a serious hit. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now I want to explain the question and answer. Number two, what aspect were studied in relationship motivation? Motivation to engage in a given behavior can come from internal or external factor. There are multiple theories have been put forward regarding and motivation. Biologically oriented theories that say the need to maintain bodily harmless motivation behavior. Bandura's idea that our sense of self effectively motivation behavior and other that focus social aspect of motivation. Donald and Omar also suggest that there are three aspect of motivation. Number one, motivation start from change in personality energy. Number two, motivation is character by the American of feeling. Number three, motivation is characters by reaction to achieve a goal. Question number three, what focus were given in this studied on motivation? Motivation direct behavior toward particular goals. Motivation determines that specific goals toward which people strive. This is affect the characters to choice a student make. For example, uh, whether to enroll in an art class or physics, whether in attend school basketball game the week or complete as assessment that do the next day. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ripka Kristinopoli. I will explain the continuations about the motivation. Motivation also leads to increased effort and energy. Motivation determines whether a student will pursue a task with enthusiasm or a lackluster attitude. Then, motivation increases the initiations and persistence of activities. In our first example, Ari continued with art-type activities in his free time, and he also tried to perform these types of activities in relation to his other assignments. It means that motivation will increase students' time on task, and it also an important factor affecting their learning and achievement. And also, motivation enhances cognitive processing. Motivation actually affects what and how information is processed because motivate students are more likely to pay attention and try um, to understand the material instead of simply going through the motions of learning in a superficial manner.
So maybe that's for all. Thank you for your attention.